Hey Hebrew fans, we'll start in about 2 minutes so I can have time to post this on Facebook really quick. You know, sometimes it takes a while for videos to show up on the feed. For those that are not watching this live, you can just come and fast forward past this. Where is my application? There it is. Hey Hebrew fans, this is Todd. So, I finally finished my custom figure for Rio Blast's wife. I decided to name her Gunsmoke, so her name is Jennifer Gunsmoke. And she's gone through a lot of different variations. Let me put my light on here. And so, as you guys know, she started out as her, and I really like this figure, and it's got some cool features like the glasses, everything else, and she could turn into basically some kind of scientist, which is really cool too. Swap out her arms, put on her coat, and then I ended up wanting to put a cowboy hat on her, and as you guys know, I went and used the cowboy hats from this 2-pack right here. Dun, dun, dun. And I grabbed his actual hat from his 2-pack, and I actually found out that his hat was actually glued on his head. Took a lot of ripping off his hat, and then I also took his brown coat too, and I stuck him on this figure right here. And it all looks really cool, except for the height was just killing me. The height was so different between these two figures, it was just driving me crazy. It's like he's just dating some little girl or married to some little girl. It was just too much of a height difference. So I started looking in my figure box here. I move all these of female parts. Oh, Rio Blast! He took a dive, and so started kind of going through these parts and trying to figure out if I could take and build some cool female figure. And I was looking at this, and I put the duster on this body, and started messing around figuring out what kind of boots I should use, and you know, this body would be cool, but then the duster wouldn't fit over the top of these parts here, and I don't have any bottom half of her legs to go on there that would match the skin tone. I guess that would kind of match the skin tone, but not exactly. It's a little darker, but it may not be noticeable because it's such a small piece. Anyway, just all kinds of actually, you know what? That's the same color. So Battleground Tila's bottom leg's the same color. I could have used those, I guess, and then put boots on. I guess that would have worked. Anyway, so I was looking around trying to figure out what body to use, and then it dawned on me the body I was thinking about using was Andrea's, or Andra. I don't know how you say her name. I say her name wrong all the time. Everyone keeps correcting me. Her. Dun, dun, dun. And as I started getting ready to start pulling her apart and using her body, the problem is I used that head on this body, her neck is still brown. But I thought, you know, that's okay, because I want to put the jacket over the top of her anyway, and people just think that these brown arms are her brown jacket sleeves, and then just swap out the hands with some hands that are similar to her skin tone. But then I just really didn't like the aesthetic look. It just did not look cowboy enough to me. And then I started thinking about this Tila figure here. This Tila figure, she's got a lot of different features that would be great for a cowboy type figure, you know, or something. So I thought that's pretty cool. Even the legs aren't bad either, with the brown pants and everything else, you know. But I really wanted her legs to be bare, so I used this Tila's legs. Da-da-da. And then finally finished off by adding the coat and the hat that already had the head on it. And here is my final figure. There she is. And her name is Jennifer, because I decided a long time ago I was going to name her Jennifer Walters. And then as time goes on, she gets to be known by as Gunsmoke. So I was looking at this little gun we have here, and that's kind of cool. But you know, if her name is going to be Gunsmoke, then she has to have a weapon that is going to match her name. And so I am now going to make that weapon on my computer, and I'll let you guys watch that live. So this little video clip's actually pre-recorded, no big deal. But the rest of it's going to be live, and you guys can see how I make Gunsmoke's gun and how it's going to work and stuff. So it'll be kind of fun making it together. So let's go ahead and go to the live feed of me. All right, so hold on a second. Let me turn my computer audio up. So this is the screen I'm going to use right here. I'm using a program called Organica. Organica is kind of a building program to do it. Really quick, let me show you what that figure was, because you guys have some questions about it. So here's the figure right here that I used. It's an X-Men figure, and I forget what her name is now. Oh, that's my title shot. There she is. So this is the figure that I used. It's not Amber Heard. It's not Jennifer Walters. It's this figure right here. And I forgot what her name was, but all right, there you go. That's the figure. All right, so my idea is to make a gun for her, because if she's going to be actually called Gunsmoke, she has to have a cool gun. So let's see. So it's going to be a little bit longer, boring video today as I try to produce a gun for her. So we're obviously going to need the shaft first. Now what I really am interested in, I'm hitting R for rotate, and then Y to rotate this thing on the Y axis. What I'm really interested in is making like some kind of barrel that spins around. Now it's probably not really going to spin for the figure, but just something that looks kind of like it's spinning. So that when I put it in her hand, hold on a sec. So when I put it in her hand, it actually will have some kind of cool barrel thing on there. And because this gun right here is just not that detailed enough, I want something cooler. So that is what I'm after. So what I was thinking of doing for the spinning barrel is to use some pieces like these here. R for rotate, and then Y, and then rotate it 90 degrees. Let me go ahead and put this back on screen capture so you guys can see what I'm doing. And then I am going to stretch them. Let's see. There we go. And I was thinking about maybe putting like 6 around there, maybe more, and see how they fit. Let me take a look at you guys. Yes. I'm surprised too. But they did use a She-Hulk and some other Hulk cartoons. That they actually had Agents of Smash, I think it was called, and I think they had both She-Hulk and the Hulk in there. So that was kind of a interesting one. All right, so then we go and move this. And we turn on, let's see, snap grid on and off, M for move, And there we go. Now it's snapping on the grid the way I want. And I want it right about there. And I need like 6 of these. So if we have 360 degrees, so let's see, 360 divided by 6
The answer is 60.
60. There we go. So everyone has to be 60 degrees. So I'm going to take this little pin right here. I'm going to hold my shift key, connect them, and then hit section, group objects. And then I'll choose down here for group. And bam, there we go. Then I'll copy, control V, select it, rotate on the x-axis, and I'm going to move it 60 degrees. Oh, that number's so small on there. There we go, 60 degrees. So now, let me change this cube size to 1 so it looks smoother. Apply. Okay. And then rotate this. There we go, and you can kind of see how that looks. Actually, I'm not liking how that's coming out. We'll try a couple more and see how it looks, and then I may switch to something else. Section, ungroup, section, group. Rotate. Oops. I forgot to turn my grouping back on. Rotate X. And this time I'm going to move it 60 plus 60 is 120. There we go. Now copy, paste that, and then rotate X, and this time I'll move it 60 more degrees. Well, nope, 120, that's right, because I have 2 stacked together. All right, let's see how it looks. There we go. There is our crazy spinning barrel thing. And normally when it spins, it will line up with the barrel itself for each one individually, and I want it on top. So now that I'm going to ungroup those. Move, delete, move, delete. Select all, ungroup, and group. There we go. So I want this bottom one lined up. So we'll move this. Oops, I forgot to hit the group button. And you can see in this view that bottom barrel is lined up with that red line right there. And that is our goal. So now I can put my part that's going to be lined up with the barrel right there. And there we go. You know what though? Technically you couldn't fit a full thing in there. Oh, it's like they're actually just bigger and the smaller on the inside. That'll work. This will be cool. Let's just go ahead and continue on. So quad view. And I want the barrel to be massive. So let's use one of these again. Rotate Y 90 degrees. You know, I'm actually not liking how this is looking. I may go back to the drawing board and see what I can come up with. I mean, it's kind of cool, but not quite what I was going for. Rotate Y 90 degrees. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not liking it. You know what? I'm going to go back to the drawing board, I think. Then I'll come back and remake this. I just want to show you guys some of my ideas I'm coming up with. Let me take a look at your guys' comments. She-Hulk is awesome. Wow. Rambo put an end to her movie career. I didn't know that, Pop Actor. Hey, Ronald, thanks for joining us. I went nuts as a kid when Rambo 2 came out in 1985. Surprise! Oh yeah, I read that. All right, so I'm actually going to kill this feed early. You guys, thanks for joining me. Master Far, thanks for being here. Cobweb, thanks for being here. Mike Fee, thanks for being here. And Pop Actor, thanks for being here again. I think it's Bandish, thanks for being here. Ronald Jager, thanks for being here. And I think, like I said, I'm going to kill this feed. Maybe I'll just work on the gun and show you guys the completed one when it's done. Because so far right now, I'm not liking the way it's looking. Maybe, let me try this. If I put it up higher, like they drop in. That does look a little cooler. Yeah, interesting. Yep. I think I'm gonna kill the feed so I can really think about how I want this. And this is kind of a rough idea, but it just looks ridiculous the way it is right now. I need to really think about this and then put it back into practice. So thanks, you guys. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and hopefully next time I make a video or in the near future, I'll actually have our gun finished, and then I'll have it printed out in her hand, and that'll be kind of cool. And again, this is for the Rio Blast origin story once I get it all done. So let me go ahead and switch this for a second. Center cam. See something kind of like that, but I don't know. Maybe I'll give her two of them. I guess it would be bigger than that, but you guys kind of get the idea. All right. Anyway. I like Extender better than Mechanic. You guys still arguing about that? That's funny. All right. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you guys next video. I appreciate you joining me. And I know it's a pretty boring video. Watch me to make stuff on 3D. People have asked for it, but I don't know. I guess it's pretty boring. Oh, nice. You got pig-headed Montana. Excellent. Yes, she's got to go with the dual-wielding guns. She does have 2 open hands, so that will be for sure. So there you go. Not Amber Heard, okay? So I'm gonna call her Jennifer Walters as well. Same name as the She-Hulk, but she's obviously not the She-Hulk. I just think it's kind of a cool name. So, all right. I will see you guys next video with my outro, and that will be it. Nice, Seth. Seth got his Terror Claws Skeletor.